Is electric field intensity a scalar or vector quantity? Give its SI unit. Electric field intensity is a vector quantity. Its SI unit is Newton per coulomb. The electric field due to two charges is not zero anywhere between them. What do you conclude about the sign of two charges? The two charges are of opposite sign. That is, one charge is positive and other charge is negative. What is nature of symmetry of a field due to a point charge? The field due to a point charge has spherical symmetry. What is nature of symmetry of a field due to a line charge? The field due to a line charge has cylindrical symmetry. What is the nature of symmetry of a field due to charged sphere? Spherical symmetry. Is it possible to have a finite electric field due to an infinite charge distribution? It so give an example. Yes, the charge on a uniformly charged infinite wire has finite electric field. When is an electric line of force straight? The electric line of force is straight in the field of a single charge. When is an electric line of force curved? The electric line of force in the field of more than one point charges is curved. What is an electric line of force? Electric line of force is the path along which a unit positive charge will move when free to do so in an electric field of a given charge. What do electric line of force represent? Electric lines of force represent the direction of electric field. How do we represent uniform electric field by electric line of force? A uniform electric field has same magnitude and distribution everywhere. Hence, a uniform electric field is represented by equidistant parallel lines. Why two electric lines of force cannot intersect each other? The tangent to the electric line of force at a point gives the direction of electric field at that point. If two electric lines of force intersect at a point, then two tangents can be drawn to electric lines of force at that point. This gives two directions of electric field at a point. At the same cannot be true, hence two electric lines of force never intersect each other. What do you understand by electric flux? Electric flux through a surface held in the electric field represents the total number of electric lines of force crossing the surface in direction normal to the surface. What is the intensity of electric field inside a charged spherical cell? The intensity of electric field inside the charged spherical cell is zero. Does the intensity of electric field due to an infinite plane sheet of charge depends upon the distance of observation point from it? No. The intensity of electric field at observation point due to infinite plane sheet of charge does not depend upon the distance of the observation point from plane sheet of charge. Is epsilon a natural constant? No, it is a measurable constant whose value depends upon the system of unit in which charge and electric force is to be measured. What is the electric field intensity inside a uniformly charged rubber balloon? It is 0 as for a charged hollow sphere shell. Derive units of electric flux. Electric flux phi is given by surface integral E vector dot ds vector for a closed surface exposed to an electric field E vector. The units of electric flux is Newton meter square per coulomb. Is the volume charge density invariant? Not necessarily so. Charge for unit volume may vary from point to point, but Q is equal to volume integral rho dV is invariant for an isolated system. What do you understand by Gaussian surface? An imaginary closed surface containing an electric charge is called Gaussian surface. What do you mean by potential at a point and a potential difference between 2 points? Now, potential at a point is the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point in the electric field. Potential difference between 2 points in the electric field is the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from one point to another point. What is the difference between volt and stat volt? 1 volt is equal to 1 by 300 stat volt. What is more basic potential or potential difference? Potential difference is more basic than potential at a point. Even potential at a point is a potential difference between given point and infinity. What is the direction of electric field with respect to an equipotential surface? It is along the normal to the equipotential surface. How much is the work done in moving 100 microcoulomb charge between 2 points on a equipotential surface? Because the 2 points on an equipotential surface are at the same potential, hence no work is done in moving 100 microcoulomb of charge between 2 points. What is an equipotential surface? Any surface which has same electrostatic potential at all the points in called an equipotential surface. Electric field in a region is 0. Should the electric potential also be 0 in the region? No. Since E vector is equal to del vector V, if E vector is equal to 0, the del vector V is equal to 0, which implies that V may be a non-zero constant. What is the significance of negative sign in equation E vector is equal to minus del vector V? The negative sign in this equation shows that direction of electric field E vector is in the direction of decrease in potential. That is from higher potential to lower potential. What will be the value of E vector in a region where potential V is constant? ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟଟା ହେଉଛି at a point where V is equal to 0. We know that electric E vector is equal to minus del vector V. When V is equal to constant, then del vector V is equal to 0. Then E vector is equal to 0. When V is equal to 0, E vector is equal to constant. Can the potential at a point be 0 if the electric field strength there is not 0? Potential at a point on the equipotential line of an electric dipole located at the origin is 0, but electric field strength at a point on equatorial line of Electric dipole at origin is E vector is equal to minus P vector divided by 2 pi epsilon naught r cube. What is an equipotential surface? Can two equipotential surfaces intersect? A surface which has the same potential everywhere is called an equipotential surface. Two equipotential surfaces cannot intersect because if two equipotential surfaces intersect, then there will be two potentials at the point of intersection, which is not possible. Define 1 volt of electric potential. Electric potential at a point is equal to 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to that point. How do the electric potential and electric field due to a quadrupole vary with distance? Electric potential proportional to 1 by RQ and electric field is proportional to 1 by R to the power 4. How do the electric potential and electric field due to a dipole vary with distance? Electric potential proportional to 1 by R square and electric field proportional to 1 by RQ. So that the no work is done in moving a test charge from one point to another on the surface of metal. Since metallic surface is equipotential, hence 2 points on its surface will be at the same potential. Since potential difference is equal to work done by charge, dV is equal to W by Q. W by Q is equal to 0, now W is equal to 0. So that V is equal to XYZ satisfies Laplace equation. Del square V is equal to del square by del square A, del X square XYZ plus del square del Y square XYZ plus del square by del Z square XYZ. Del square V is equal to del by del X ଭିତରେ ହେଲା del by del X ର XYZ plus del by del Y ଭିତରେ ହେଲା del by del Y XYZ plus del by del Z ର del by del Z ର XYZ. Del square V is equal to del by del X YZ plus del by del Y XZ plus del by del Z XY, and del square V is equal to 0. V is equal to XYZ satisfy Laplacius equation. State the condition under which the dipole moment of a charge distribution is inherent property of the distribution. The monopole moment must be 0, that is net charge must be 0. Write the basic differential equation of the electrostatic field and potential. Basic differential equation of the electrostatic field are del square del vector dot E vector is equal to rho by epsilon naught and del vector cross E vector is equal to 0. Basic differential equation of the potential are del square V is equal to rho by epsilon naught Poisson's equation, del square V is equal to 0 Laplacius equation. Is there any electric field inside a charged conductor? Electric field inside a charged conductor is always 0. Define capacitance, give its SI unit. The capacitance of a conductor is defined as the ratio of electric charge to the electric potential of the conductor. Capacitance is equal to charge by potential. The SI unit of the capacitance is farad. What is 1 picofarad? 1 picofarad is equal to 10 to the power minus 12 farad. In which form of the electric energy of the atmosphere get dispatched during lightning? The electric energy of the atmosphere during lightning gets dispatched in the form of heat and sound. It is advisable to stay inside a car during thunderstorm and lightning. Why? The electric field inside a hollow conductor is 0. Therefore, car acts as an electric shield Hence, it is more safe to stay inside the car during lightning and thunderstorm. In what form of energy is stored in a charged capacitor? Give formula in support of your assertion. Energy is stored in the charged capacitor in the form of electric field. Energy stored per unit volume in the capacitor is given by U is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square, where E vector is electric field intensity. Can a metal sphere of radius 1 centimeter hold a charge of 1 coulomb? Potential of metal sphere of radius 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Then 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 1 divided by 1 into 10 to the power minus 2. 9 into 10 to the power 11 volt. Now R is equal to 1 centimeter. Now 1 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Q is equal to 1 coulomb. This potential on the sphere is very high. It will ionize the surrounding air and start leaking the surrounding. Hence, a sphere of radius 1 centimeter cannot hold a charge of 1 coulomb. What is a capacitor? It is an arrangement of the conductors by which we can increase the capacity of a given conductor to store large amount of charge. What is principle of a capacitor? We can increase the capacity of a given charged conductor by bringing near it another uncharged earth connected conductor. This is principle of capacitor. On what factors does the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor depend? The capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor depends upon area of its plates, distance between two plates, and a dielectric constant of the medium between the plates. Write dimensional formula of capacitance. Dimensional formula of capacitance. Capacity is equal to charge by potential, charge by work by charge, then charge square divided by work. Charge is equal to current into time. Then charge square is equal to current into time square divided by work. Current hoଉଛି A1, time A1, work hoଉଛି M1, L2, T to the minus 2, then M to the power minus 1, L to the power minus 2, T to the power 3, A to the power 2. What is capacity of earth? Earth is sphere of radius about 6,300 kilometer. Radius of the earth R is equal to 6,300 kilometer. Then 6,300 into 10 to the 3 meter. Capacity of the earth 3 R epsilon naught R. 1 by 9 into 10 to the 9 into 6 400 711 microfarad.